Hi. Okay, so back again, video number 2 was another, there was actually a couple more energetic things that we spoke to, and particularly protective mechanisms. One we spoke to was the use of stones. There are many, many protective stones, but one in particular we spoke about was lapis lazuli. And can I show you this piece here? This is one that I use in the meditation practices at school. It's a protective stone, particularly with regards to psychic attacks. So in your field and working with the people that you work with who have been raped, and that is mostly about power. It's not about the physical act, even though it leaves so many scars on so many levels on humans, that this particular stone I feel like would be beneficial for you to carry with you. And if you found yourself an amulet that you could wear while you're going through the story of the victim, so that you can protect yourself psychically from the energy that they're going to be carrying with them as well. Or if you can have it, I know we spoke that you are working in, the Department of Human Services, so things are probably it's Medford and all of that kind of thing. So I don't know how you can be, but as many stones as you can find to put around your desk or be in the area with you or to wear on yourself, I would really suggest that that would be a beneficial thing and probably beneficial to your clients as well. So that is lapis lazuli, and it's a beautiful blue stone that has some silver in it. I'm sure you're kind of familiar with it. So that was another energetic protective mechanism that we spoke about, and wanted to bring that back in. And then one of the other things that we spoke about was how you sit so much at your work, and that has really become an issue for your posture, and how you feel like the shoulders are closing in because you're doing a lot of computer work during the day, and that it's been particularly dropping down into your lower part of your pelvic area. So we spoke about the concept of sitting on a yoga ball versus a chair, and that during the day, by being able to bounce, or we talked about getting into those hips, and the hips are traditionally where we like to store anger, resentment, anxiety. So a lot of times when we have poor sleep, we can have tight hips or tight jaw. So I think we spoke to the jaw too, but right now we're speaking to the hips. So being able to sit at your desk on a ball and being able to swivel those hips around to the left and to the right, and just sending breath deep into those hips is going to be beneficial. And here with the yoga ball too, you're going to allow yourself a little more, it's going to be a bit more of an active posture, because you're not going to have a chair behind you, and you can move that pelvis around and find where that tailbone drops down versus going back in that lordosis and kyphosis places. So it's just really kind of, looking into and feeling, mostly feeling into how that feels on your body. So that was the other piece that we brought into our session that we did together. Wanted to bring that in. And then we spoke to getting up and standing as much as possible. So if you can stand at your desk, I think you said that you didn't have a desk that necessarily had that one of those really cool desks where you can lift the computer up, but you can kind of function that out, fashion that out of stacking things on one another. I know that is possible. And then I don't know, we did speak about the concept of maybe if they would be willing to get you a desk that was like that, where you could stand at, or you could go find one at Goodwill. So that was the other piece that we spoke to. And then we spoke to Viparita Karini. So Viparita Karini is the legs up the wall. And I'm going to show you that as I move this yoga ball over. And I hope that you can see it pretty well with the video that you do. But essentially, the biggest part is getting that that sacrum, the sacral bone, up against the wall, down at the base of the floor as flat as you can, and allowing yourself to really come up against the wall, and then bringing those legs up the wall. And this one, hopefully you can see, okay, you can see my legs, that's great. So just legs up the wall, and hopefully you can hear me. Allowing yourself this time, anytime throughout the day, when you have a break, and allow yourself to breathe and really allow those sits bones to come into where the wall meets the floor. So allowing yourself that time, and that could be lunch, and is really great. Actually, when I did my training with Krista Holland, that was what we did after lunch, and it was noticeably beneficial how digestion would benefit from it. And as Krista says, which I love, is that the society we live in now has kind of lost the concept of how to truly relax or to rest. And so a lot of times it'll just be more about going. So this is another one to really ground us down. Viparita Karini, legs up the wall. Even if you did it for 2 minutes after you were done with a session with a client, with a victim, I'm sure it would benefit your body and your hips, benefit your hips, because you're also bringing them grounded and finding out if there's any imbalances in them. So that would be the other one that I would recommend. So that's video number 2. And I feel like there is one more video coming, because I think we had, oh yeah, I wanted to do the fundamental anatomy, functional anatomy rather. So that one was hips back, and I am going to set this up a little bit differently so that you can see that a little bit better. Okay, again, such an honor, and thank you so much for what you do for our community. It's really challenging work, and I'm really grateful that any of these will help you. Okay.